Hello fellow plannerers, my name is Nicole. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm really sorry if my screen is a bit bright and there's a lot of shadows. It's really bright here in the UK today, and whatever I'm doing with my curtains and my light, and my screen looks a bit bright and blurry. But anyway, we will proceed. So I'm here today on ZoomNotes. And I was doing my daily planner, and I realised that I quite often have to make the same shapes using the shape tool here. I'm forever making the same shapes, so I thought, well, how easy would it be to do the ones I use the most often and pop them in there, and then over time, whenever I make any kind of label that I think I might use again, I could pop it in there. So I thought I might as well bring you all along and show you how I'm going to do this. Now, I am fairly a beginner. I don't play around with making things very often, so there's probably a lot easier ways of doing it than I do, and I would love if anyone could put some tips and tricks in the comments. So let's proceed. I've gone ahead and done a very rough drawing of the kind of labels that I'm thinking of making. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, I want to do a basic rectangle, and yeah, that is very quick to make, but I thought I would add it. If I click on the shapes tool and go to style, I can choose a rectangle. I don't want it symmetrical. Let's just save that so the symmetrical doesn't keep coming back on. I think I have to go on to something else and go back. I want a border which is grey, which is what I usually have it on, and no fill. And just come in and draw. I've got the border at the width of 1. There we go. So now I want one of those, but with rounded corners. So again, go on to style, and with the corner radius, turn that up a little bit. I've put it at the moment at just past 11. See what that looks like. I think slightly more. Go to 13. There, that's at 1309. That will do. Now I'll make that into a square. So I'll copy this one, press down on that little square in the middle and create a copy, and then go back onto here and click on the symmetrical. And there we have it, there's a square. Pop that up there too. Lovely. Now I want an elongated one of those, which again would be very quick to make, especially if I just use this one. You know, I can, very quick and easy to make, but I would like one of those to choose. Isn't that too rounded for that? Let's make that a little less. Yes, I think that's better. Now I'd like a checklist one. And now I need to do a circle, a symmetrical one. I think I'll put the grid on so that I can line that up better. So if I go on to one of these hand-drawn shapes and go on selection and then click on this tool in the corner, I think it's in snapping, yes, turn on the selection guidelines. And now you'll see, as I move that, it shows me the size and lines that up nicely. It needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so now we need one of these with a little box at the top for a label. I'll choose another one of those. If I click on it and move it around, it'll show me when I'm in the centre. Nice and quick and easy. Okay, now, because that's not got a fill, you can see the line through it. So I'll go back into the shapes and go on fill and choose a white. And then that does it like that. Well, as you can see, I'm using the dotted, which is in the border choices. You've got the solid, the dashed and the dotted, and I've chosen the dotted. I like to use that one often, and I cannot, when I bring each one up, I could then change it if I wanted it to be solid. So I'll stick with that for now. Okay, pop that one up. Now I'd like the same one, but from this one. So as you can see, these are all very simple to make, but would be nice to have the option. I don't know what happened there. It changed size on me. Let's try that again. Okay, and do the same, pop that in the middle there. I'll make this one a little bit wider. I like that. Right, so what have we got next? Let's have a try at this one, the little page flag. So for that, I'll want... Okay, now we haven't got a triangle, so I'll go onto the pen and go onto the selections, and again, that tool thing in the corner, and I'll turn on my shape detection and draw a little triangle. Like that. Okay, so if I click on that and go on here and go to border, pick the grey and the dotted, there. Okay, now that's the same as an arrow, so I'll copy that and paste it, and then I can work on that for my arrow. Right, so let's make this smaller. Very nice. And now using my oh no, I need that to be... Does that look about right, do you think? Let's see. Select that and go up here and go on shape properties and click on union, and that will then join that into one. Yeah, that looks good. Proportions. Okay, now with the arrow, make that a bit longer. I think that's fine. So again, select it, go on here and click on union. We have a cute little arrow. Oh, this is going very well. So the only one left to do is this one here, the page tab. So for that, I'll want 2 of these. And again, make it very similar to one of those. I'm not really sure what shape these should be. I should look it up, shouldn't I? But I know there are all different sort of kinds. I quite like the sort of more squarer looking ones. Right, let's put that in the middle. Let's have a little try and see what that looks like. Union. I'll make that bottom bit a little bit smaller. So if I click on the back, it will go back to this stage. Let's make that a tad smaller. Do you all use... Yeah, that looks good. Do you all use this kind of labels and page flags and things often? And has anyone got any ideas for some different ones? I think I will have like an index card one. I do have to make them fairly regular. What do I want? A little label, same. See, a lot of these are made up from the same shapes, aren't they? What do we think to that? Click on it again and union. Oh, perfect. And so yeah, I think I'm done. Okay. That's my dog Coco having a scratch. You can probably hear in the background. So now I want to add them to the symbols. So I click on this little smiley face and click on the plus, and yes, I would like to create an empty symbol folder. And I'll rename that labels and tabs. So now I click on each one in the order that I want them. Click on the folder and click plus. Okay, now just to show you how they work. So say I'm wanting to use, say, one of these. And I want that to be, click back on the shapes. And I want that to be, say, a green border that's a bit thicker. We change that to, say, 5. And we want the border to be solid. And let's have a fill. We want a pale yellow. There. And then that's all ready to use as you need it. Now, the ones that come in 2 parts, like, say, one of these, for example, I've left them separate so that you can alter the 2 shapes separately if you want them to look slightly different, like you need a bigger label or a smaller label, whatever. But you can, if you want, select it and then use this group and create a group, and then I'm able to move that, and then you can only alter it as one piece. So as I said before, if you have any tips or tricks on how I can make these better or quicker, whatever, and if you have any ideas on any other labels and tabs or flags that I might like, just drop me a message in the comments. Hope you're all well. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.